Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Let's see what's inside here. Let's see if there's... Oh my God! Oh my God! It's Amber!
It's a woman. How much is she?
Oh my God! I just want to let you know, the price is not included.
Oh, sorry, I was waving off my vagina. It's hot. Just fanning it off, getting it good. Oh, I'm gonna attack this.
What in the heck did I just walk into?
You don't like it? Go somewhere else. Peace.
G4. You know, when years ago, I used to love this show. I used to love all the shows that are on this programming on there. It was fun. You know, the live feeds, the secondary shows on there. And, you know, when I first heard they were coming back, and I said, it's a good thing if they do it right. And I said, and I had doubts on there. I really had doubts, you know. And I said to myself, I said, look at the people that they're hiring. You know, what is going on? You know, it was nice that they brought back some of the people from the original show on there. But you know, you notice mostly they hired back the guys. Now, I don't know what happened with Olivia Munn to the situation. I don't know. There was reports of negotiations. Why that's changed, we don't know. But hey, listen, Olivia has her career and she's happy with that. You know, she'll move on to the situation. But there were others. There were other women that were on this show. Some of them that, you know, they're not talked about either. And they weren't hired back. Were they asked to come back? It's hard to say. You know, Chris Gore, not a female, but Chris Gore wasn't asked to come back. He wasn't asked, you know, and he's a very good reviewer. He has his own YouTube channel, Film Threat, and you know, he's supposed to be doing some shows with Nerdrotic. I mean, the guy's a real nice guy, from what I've seen. So what happened? What happened? So they went out and hired all these people, including one named Frosk, and she just dented the channel in just less than 10 minutes. And you know, we see this video all the time, and we see that, you know, Frosk, you know, she says, you know, I'm not bangable like Olivia Munn and, you know, all the other women that's been on this program. And that just really hurt the channel. And nobody from above, you know, even the vice president, is Blair Herter on there, who used to be on the original show, is still slamming the viewers. Breaking news at Q2Cast TV Central, G4's VP Blair Herter is leaving the G4 network. According to his Twitter page, Blair Herter has said, quote, "Life is short. Making memories with the ones you love is the most important thing in the world. Here's to the next great Herter family adventure. Goodbye at G4 TV and the United States of America. Hello at Team Liquid and the Netherlands." Seems like Blair Herter is heading to work at some esports group in the Netherlands. Whether to see who's next to leave the network, a lot are speculating that it possibly could be Frosk, with all the issues that have been happening in G4, all the changes, switches, and basically the controversies that have been happening on that network. Please stay in touch with us on Q2Cast TV, on Madman with the Show, Madman Cafe for more information, and as we continue to monitor what is going on. Now back to the video you were just watching. See, the thing about it is, you want to have a successful show. You're not going to be a successful show if it's only 1% of your viewership. If the other 99% of your viewers you hate, you chastise, you tell them that they're basically, you're not wanted here, of course they're going to leave in droves. Of course they are. Yes, I have to admit, all of us geeks and fans of anime and gaming and all that. Yeah, a lot of us are eccentric. That's always been a situation, and we've always kept our natures in check. Yes, we do get into arguments every once in a while, but that's good. That's good and healthy to get into a good conversation on things. Somewhere in between, and the thing about it is with our group is that we don't discriminate to anybody. Anyone can come in, and as long as you're nice. I think what happened was we let in the wrong people. And we allowed that. And this is what happened to this situation. When you look at the people that are criticizing our, basically, why questioning what's in our comics? Why are we questioning Marvel, DC, Disney, all these companies? Why are we questioning them? That we should enjoy what they're putting out on there. But it's all politics, propaganda. This is on and on. And like I said, we just showed the paper before. This is the type of paper, the sheets that are being handed out in those places. They said, oh no, we have to have better representation of our superheroes. But we do. We've always had. You don't want to use them anymore. Because basically, some may have not worked out. Maybe they didn't work it out well, didn't write well. You have to write, you have to write it properly for someone to enjoy it. Doesn't matter how many times you're going to change Tony Stark, how many colors you're going to change him into. If the story's not good, people will not accept it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You continue to change these things. No, people are going to go elsewhere. They're going to go elsewhere for their product. And they have been doing this. And with G4, you've seen in the last couple of times that they're sitting there continuing this. And then just now recently, they're saying, oh, we're going to make some changes. We're going to make some changes here. And you notice the YouTube channels have flipped. X-Play and the G4 channel on YouTube have flipped each other because of the algorithm, because of the crash of the algorithm that the other one is going through. And they've canceled several of their shows. They basically, the shows weren't good. The shows weren't well produced. They're spending so much money on this. Is just incredible. This is the argument with Eric July and Jody. This guy's name is Jody. That basically Jody says, well, I pay for a studio, this and that. Big studio is not going to give you good product. Producing good product means that it's good writing, the good talent, the skills that you bring to the table. In my early days of public access, our studios weren't gigantic. They were small. If you saw last week that Robin Bird little segment on there, which we showed a clip from, that was the studio. It's not a big studio. They had two studios, A and B, and we were cramped in there. Very cramped. It wasn't that big. And in some cases, we shot our stuff sometimes outside. Outside, like you see on YouTube, or we may have shot it in our home. A studio, you can make your own studio, and you see this from a lot of YouTubers, in one room in your house. You don't need to spend giant square footage. When you get a little bigger, maybe you might need to expand the rooms or expand to somewhere a little bit larger. When you get there, yeah, fine. But when you're spending all this money and you're not getting anywhere, that's a situation. And then you see that, and this was the best part, and you saw a little piece of that. You're wondering why Amaranth was on that video that we showed. That was a new G4 show that they had on there. And to hear Amaranth on there, and then after Frosk saying the situation, and then online on Twitter, Frosk is just losing it. She's like, what was it she said recently? People are making straight up lies to defame my character because it's easier to justify their random hate boner that way. WILD. I have been never fired, worked really hard and made my teams pleasant, stand up for marginalized voices, advocate for peers and colleagues. See, that's a whole political jargon. Especially stand up for marginalized voices. What marginalized voices are you talking about? What you're talking about gaming. Okay? Your job is to be a gaming host. Okay? You're talking about the games, you're talking about the platforms, you're talking about the esports. This is what your job is. Your job is not politics. If you want a political job, go work for CNN. Go work for a network that deals with politics. You're on a show that's called G4, which is basically for the fandom, for geeks, for the comic book fan, for the science fiction fan, for the D&D fan, All this stupidity that you hear out of their mouths is just killing the channel. It's RIP for a second time.